Hey, new video, and this will be the last. Unless this becomes wildly popular behind my back, in which case I'll return to milk it, because fuck, I still need money, man. I'm serious. Whenever I ask. Anyway, I started thinking that maybe that since this is just a little side thing that like gets a few views, maybe it's a waste of time compared to the energy that I could be putting into Treasure Takers, the animation that I am already making. Not to mention, I feel at least a little guilty that I'm not making a quality product. You know, the thumbnail is kind of cranked out in like a day or less than a day, and I try to do these in like 1 or 2 takes, and there's barely any editing. At the point where I could make it a better quality thing, for my time and investment, I think it'd be better if I just focused on Treasure Takers. So, to the few people who watch this shit, I appreciate it. Thanks! And now, on to my actual point. Do you ever have a moment in a game where you're dealing with a character that's unambiguously your ally, and you still feel like, I think it'd be cool to fucking fight you, man? Like, we're allies, and to fight you would be bad, but like, I want to. Fucking in Jade Empire, there are these spirit foxes that are like celestial guardians of a sort, and after a part that's spoilers in Jade Empire, like, you're in their realm, and even though they're not attacking you, I just thought it'd be really cool to fucking punch one, just right in the face. Not like from a hateful place, not even from some kind of weird other place, but like, I just, I don't know. The idea of fighting them, of punching one in the face, just seemed super cool. And funnily enough, I got my chance eventually. It wasn't on that character, but like, you can run through multiple. It's a Bethesda. Not Bethesda. Fuck. Whatever company. You can play it multiple times. It's Kung Fu KOTOR. It's pretty snazzy. And I played through as an evil character. It was my Azula run, as I called it, because Azula is best girl. Don't let anybody tell you different, or destroy them if they do. And even though I was using thousand cuts, because I guess I'm secretly a fucking masochist, it does like no damage. It was fucking terrible. I've still had plenty of fun fighting them because I thought that fighting them was cool. Thus, the image. I'd hate to just leave off the last video short again, so much like my Akechi video, I'm going to do a little bonus track where I talk about something else, but it'll be related to Jade Empire. In particular, Jade Empire's morality system. What will follow will be spoilers for a game that came out in the early 2000s, which is pretty cool. If you've ever played KOTOR or KOTOR 2, same company, it's Kung Fu KOTOR, so it's, in my opinion, pretty rad. Go check it out, it's on Steam even. In this game, you were very early introduced to the morality system. This is something that I'm sure everybody's familiar with because a lot of fucking RPGs have done it. Hey, there's a light side, there's a dark side. We keep track of your choices and you get points for different choices throughout the game until you're either good or bad at the end, and it affects your ending in that you get one of two endings. Alright, cool. Except when the two morality factors that are introduced to you, which are called open palm and closed fist, are explained, it's actually brought up when you ask further questions that it's not good and evil. Like, open palm and closed fist is supposed to be more of a philosophical difference between what's really helpful for people in the long run. Self-sufficiency and teaching people independence, or giving people a shoulder to lean on anytime they need it so that other people will do the same. I probably fucked that up a little bit, but that's the general deal. And I actually thought it was pretty cool. As somebody who is not a fucking total asshole and believes in kindness and compassion, but at the same time gets really fucking angry at the fucking people who always answer Jackass's questions whenever he's like, what does this do in D&D? What does this do in D&D? And really just wants to tell them, hey, Google and other resources exist. Go look them up. And I'm sure there are people like, oh, that's mean. What's wrong with just answering his question? Fucking, maybe if we fucking didn't answer his questions all the goddamn time, he would go fucking look it up. Because he has all week to look it up, and he has all the time to look it up in the fucking world, and he insists on making it other people's problems. Fuck him. Anyway, I'm not a heartless monster, but I definitely think that overindulging in getting help from others is a bad thing, and self sufficiency, where appropriate, is a good thing. Unfortunately, the game doesn't handle it like that. It just treats them as good and evil with some exceptions. But those exceptions are so huge, you can feel that it was actually supposed to be something different. And it just fucking sticks out like a sore thumb. Like, yeah, there are a lot of situations where you're essentially choosing to kick a baby or save a baby, and that's stupid and clearly like black and white, good and evil, whatever. But there are also points like when you arrive at this village whose only source of trade is the river, but because the river has been dammed up, because the bad guys are looking for some artifact at its bottom, like their trade is fucked. Everywhere this is causing them problems. This ship captain is having trouble controlling his sailors because they want to leave, but they can't until the river rises back up again. Trade has stopped, so all the merchant shit is fucked. It's just bad times throughout the whole place. But when you're setting out to the same so you can get the artifact that the bad guys are looking for, the dude from the local tavern asks you, hey, if you would be so kind as to make sure that the river never rises again. It's not a dam, it's a reservoir, my bad. If you can break the reservoir in a way that it can never be raised again, I'd pay you. Because all those sailors are spending a lot of money at my tavern, and if they get to leave, then I'll make less money. And the guy's clearly a scuzzbag, and you have the option to say, sure, I'll do it, and you have the option to say, no, I won't do that. But you have a third option. You can tell him, I will do it, but I will do it to make this town stronger. It relies too much on its one trade, and that's crippled it. And if I take that away from them forever, they will be stronger for it. The scuzzbag just kind of shrugs and goes, okay, whatever, I guess. But that's a really cool philosophical bent to it. I'm not doing it to hurt you, I'm doing it to help you. And in that instance, well, I think that might be a little extreme. It's still interesting. There's a different point where, like, some demon thing and some god thing are like having a beef over this land, and the evil demon thing has followers that try to bribe you with money, and the good thing, I think, just says, hey, shit's evil, you'd better stop it. And you can totally choose a side, but you can also fucking kill both of them. And there's a point where when you're fighting the good one, they ask, why are you doing this? Why are you fighting me? And you can tell them, because I want to rid this land of gods that play with men and make it just for men again. Just for humans again, like, more accurately. And that's not only an interesting sentiment, but the bad guy of the game expresses a similar sentiment when you're fighting him way later. So it's also a cool little bonus extra, like, oh hey, neat. Interesting. There are a few other times where it comes up pretty apparently, where it was supposed to be a philosophical difference and not a good and evil black and white kind of thing, which is very Chinese of it, I must say. That's probably part of the reason why they were trying to do it like that. And it just super contrasts, super clashes with all the other stuff in the game where it's very clearly a good versus evil choice. And that's kind of a bummer. I hear that they perfected what they were going for in Mass Effect because it has Paragon and Renegade, and like that worked out really well, but I haven't played it because I don't care about space stuff, so I'll never know unless I watch a Let's Play or something, and I'm probably not going to because, again, not super interested in space shit. All right, that's it. Those were my ramblings. I have more stuff that I could talk about, and I even recorded like a couple more things. The one was kind of short that I was gonna do before, you know, it hit me that I could be using my time in a better way. Not that I don't appreciate the people who watch this, but like I really have other stuff that I could be doing and getting better results from than a video I release for funsies that gets maybe a couple of views and a comment like once in a blue moon. Especially since I'm more passionate about the other project. And it's already going to take forever for the animation to come out without me stopping and making these things. So, if you're interested in what those other things are, you know what to send. Uh, don't even bother commenting or subscribing. Just hope it was fun, and I'll hopefully see some of y'all when Treasure Takers comes out for real. It's been cool. Thanks.